What am I doing here all alone? I got things that I gotta do. Waiting for my friends to come along.
Welcome to the Celtics. That's how I feel, dude. This I'm so over this week, and it's only Tuesday.
Are you super biz, bro?
It was so busy. I streamed a lot last week on different shows, and I'm like, don't want to be on YouTube right now, but we are because we have a show and we have to do it.
But we have a show.
We love you all.
We love the
that are watching.
We love the chat. Rock the Casbah coming in. Appreciate it.
think the chat's going to be dead tonight. Everyone partied out way too hard last week. We had a lot of people watching.
Dude,
Probably
so
like,
many.
What is this stupid show even about? I'm never coming back, and I don't blame you.
What are you guys even doing here? Yeah.
Like, and you know what time it is? Normally, it's not this time, but today it's this time because it's already been a week. And you know what time it is?
Whiskey! 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 Whiskey!
Well,
That's what time it is, man.
Oh, well, here's to you. And you know what? A quick today's a Make America 80s Again show here on Salty and Savage, and that's not only. Oh, what up, Rick?
Haven't seen you before, Rick. Welcome to the show where we're retarded and funny all at the same time.
We try to be anyway.
King Yeti, dude, what up? He says, "Howdy, heathens. You speak for yourself, sir."
Not only do we have the Make America 80s Again t-shirt, but we're trying to live it today in this episode. It's pretty much all about the 80s and kind of an odd jump off point, but just a few hours ago we actually lost an 80s legend.
We did, but King Eddie says last time I partied, I was on meth for like 8 years. That sounds a little crazy. Ooh. That sounds a little late 90s, not 80s.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lost.
Yeah, we lost an 80s legend. Go ahead and pull that up, Jamie. If you can get that.
Do I not have it? I'm such a retard. Where did it go? I hate everything in life right now. Oh, so sad. I should never produce anything in life.
Okay.
So sad.
Jamie, I didn't want to say this in front of the others, but you know what I think the most important thing in life is? It's love.
Oh, NOOORM.
George Wendt.
You want to know what I love? Dear NOOORM.
And he was like early 30s in this show, and we and my wife were talking like, was he like in his mid 40s? I'm all, no, I think he's like 32.
Yeah, right. It was.
Everyone looked so old in the
80s. Love that stool. If there's a heaven, I don't want to go there unless my stool is waiting for me. I'll tell you what, even God better not be on it. You wouldn't dare.
No. So hat tip to NOOORM.
Big ol' hat tip. For sure.
I loved that show when I was a kid. I was way too young to be watching that show, but I thought it was a funny show. I was a weird child. I liked MASH, Cheers, Seinfeld. It was weird. I
went back once it was on like Netflix or Hulu or something and started watching through the episodes like from the beginning when I had a lot more time, 10 or so years ago. But God, it's a great show. Hilarious, just day in and day out, great jokes. And yeah, we just miss stuff like that. The TV shows now are terrible. They left, and even the decent ones will last for like five episodes, and then they're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and cancel it. We're gonna go ahead and cancel that episode.
I haven't even
cancel this show.
What's the last sitcom you've watched?
The last sitcom?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some procedurals lately, but yeah, the last sitcom I watched, I have no idea.
The last sitcom I watched was Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I thought that show was hilarious.
I did. I watched that
that was done in the old. That was it, the writing on it was just not like what you see in modern sitcoms at all.
No, it's more. Yeah, under the helm of Andy Samberg, like it's way more sophisticated and layered, and he has the same, inspirations and stuff that we have, the harkening back and the loving of that style of interaction and the flamboyance of just like constant jokes with the same people about the same kind of stuff, and how it's still funny no matter how long you keep doing it.
Yeah.
But
like Rock the Caswell, what up, dude? He's all like, I just rewatched the whole series of Frasier. 9 seasons, like seasons 1 through 9 are great, dude. Seriously, Frasier was a great one. Oh,
come
Andrew,
on to the radio.
What up? What's happening, pimps?
Campbell, all the way from the other side of the earth. Appreciate you waking up this morning with the Salty and Savage as always.
I never watched Third Rock. So King Eddie says Third Rock was so funny you could close your eyes and not watch it at all and still laugh your ass. I only watched like a few episodes when it was on syndication, right? When they show the reruns, that's what it's called, syndication.
Yeah.
Because when I was very poor in my early 20s and I had a TV, just like this little like rabbit ears TV So I'd get that on syndication. And I watched it on occasion and I liked it. Yes, that's right. Hit the like button. Turn the like button on your face. Hit it, lick it, slap it, rub it down. Oh no.
Oh no.
But not to change subjects, but to totally change subjects.
But to totally change subjects.
Did you see this in the news? Did you see this happening in the news?
Oh my God. Dude.
What is going on?
There are people on some of those masts. You can see them
scraping the bottom of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Dude, it is fucking it's insanity. I forgot this even happened just a couple days ago.
This is like very reminiscent or very symbolic of Joe Biden's immigration policy, right? The southern border immigration policy. No? No?
The Mexican military just barging right into the bridge.
Yeah, dude. Like,
was it like a Navy ship or something? It's like
I don't
Mexican
honestly,
Navy
Navy
sailing vessel.
Like, someone was saying they were filming. I don't know. I don't pay attention. You know what? I'm tired, guys. But we do have some a different angle from on the boat. On the boat. So there was some footage released from what was happening on the boat as that was going on. Do you want to see some of that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dying.
Yeah, I'll do you in the bottom while you're drinking sangria.
Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down because my dick can float. We say.
I mean, that was crazy. I don't
actual footage.
Probably why they crashed into because the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Oh, drinking sangria, baby.
Nestor, who is a Mexican.
The Mexican
delegation reject them as one of our own.
Reject them wholly as one of our own.
Oh man, Nestor.
The Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on several occasions. Speaking of the 80s, the Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on several occasions.
Oh my God. So that happened. That happened.
And here we are. Hey, so last week we had this big old show. There were dozens of people on our show, and it was all for Silence Dogood, of course, time travel agent. And where did we end up? We ended the campaign last week, right? The end of last week.
So the campaign officially closed. We had our closeout Tuesday because it was May 13th, and that was awesome and fun. And then it officially closed out Saturday. So I'll pull the campaign up. We did pretty good, man. We did very well for the tiny footprint that I have on the internet. So we did 170 backers.
That's huge. That's
13,000.
That's so great.
I decided to keep it open in demand so people still have an opportunity to pre-order. Eventually, as we prepare files, we're gonna get a proof. I'm gonna do the whole. I got 4 covers I need to get a printed proof for, and then I have the internals I need to get a printed proof for. So we'll be going through the process of printing production, getting a physical proof so that we can make sure there are no misprints, things like that.
You don't hear of that very often.
Because always get a physical proof. You will save yourself money in the long run.
Oof.
Not Friday the 13th. I know, man. I wanted to do Friday the 13th, but there's not going to be one until July, maybe. I don't know. I got married on Friday the 13th, by the way. Low watermark.
Nice.
In the year 2013, mind you.
This guy, he went for it with the 13. He's like Taylor Swift with the 13 over here.
I know. And
this guy.
I just, I like the number 13, man. What can I say?
You're into it. Hey, and that's so funny because I'm right there with you. That was my lucky number as a kid. I wore it in Little League, and I put it on. I actually we shaved it into the side of my head for a short period of time in Little League. It was awesome. My mother was a hairdresser, so
nice.
Some of you already know that.
It's not a collector's item if you screw up the printing, unless it is a very rare screw up. So it will become a collector's item when something's screwed up when say Marvel would have a misprint. I think this is right. In chat, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. But like if Marvel had a misprint, they would ask the comic book stores, please destroy that misprint that you have. We're sending new copies. And so, you know, the comic book stores would throw away the misprints. Someone would save it somewhere. And then so that would be super rare, which then would create the value for the mistake. But if everyone gets a misprint, I don't think that it will hold the value because rarity,
Unless
and
everybody
then also the popularity of the character, right? Like the book or the title usually is what adds value. Like, do people like this character? Like, you know, no one wants a comic book. What was the 5 Puma? No one wants a comic book of Puma.
the Puma comic
or Demolition Man. Like, no one wants that comic.
Although Demolition Man did, after we went through it, it sounded more and more like something they actually would do today because he had mental health problems. So they'd be like, we need to face this head on. We need to. He's the perfect character for us. Who in Hollywood?
Just because Marvel's stupid enough to do something like that doesn't mean that people want it. Hence Ironheart. No one wants that, but they're still doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's some people that want it. It's just not. I just don't think it's a lot of people.
I don't think anybody does. I know that Ironheart. So it turns out, and I don't know. We're not going to watch the trailer because this is going to be about making the 80s great again. But the Ironheart trailer, it's pretty obvious that Ironheart is for kids. But that makes it worse because they've made that character Riri Williams such a narcissist that
they do so many.
Disney's so stupid. Like, you need to have aspirational characters for kids, not these like self-absorbed shitheads.
So many of their 13-year-old actors act like 30-year-olds, and you know, who've like lived a life, and so self-absorbed and so like overly self-conscious, and you're like, what? This makes no sense. And of course not what the 13-year-old need to be like, you know, growing up with per se, and being, although we did watch terrible shows when we were a kid in the 80s. That is, you know,
but they weren't all the
kids were kids though, right?
Jim tells you, says,
maybe, I don't know, maybe we're wrong.
Jim tells low watermark. That's a great idea. No, it's a terrible idea. You should be a graphic designer. How do you know that low watermark isn't a graphic designer? Why are you assuming his vocation, sir? That's an assumption.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm tired.
Oh man. So Making America.
Making America 80s again, right?
America 80s again.
Yeah. Okay. So the one thing I did want to share with you before we get the show going, before we get the full show going, was I saw this. I had no idea that AOL.com was still a thing, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
So apparently
you've got mail.
AOL.
There are people that still, somebody will give you an AOL address occasionally, and you're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. So one of my clients has an AOL email still, and I'm like, bro,
vintage prom photos that are peak 80s fashion.
Do you have a Hotmail account? Like,
right? It started with that, where a buddy of mine still rocks a Hotmail account. He's like, no, I still get it. It forwards to my other account, but I still get. I'm like, dude, wow, still rocking it. I love it.
I don't even know who that is, Jim. I don't even care. All right, so check these photos out. So number one, they just had these photos. So all right, this does not look like the 80s to me. This looks like 91.
It looks I don't know, it looks a little wild. She looks more 80s than he does. I feel
like I'm like, some of these pictures I'm like, is that the 80s? All right, so this is obviously the 80s.
The very that's very like Miami. We're doing like a Florida theme for our.
This guy's disappointing though, because there really needs to be a party back here. There's no party happening back here.
No party.
You guys can't see my mouse.
Back where? Okay. Yeah, I'm like, what?
So
in his butt.
In the back of his head, there's no party happening, and there should be a party happening.
Right, he needs some of this action.
Yeah, this guy clearly
he could easily be winning this entire photo competition if he just had the mullet. Come on.
But this lady who's now a grandma, her dress is fantastic. This is awesome.
Lady who's now a grandma.
Okay, so this is obviously the 80s.
This is actually one of the members of Van Halen and the rest of his crew.
This is awesome. This guy's hair is awesome. Like everyone's like the shadow makes me love it, but then I'm like, oh, there's no mullet happening.
It's like Wolfgang Van Halen and Sheila E. If we're gonna go with the 80s.
You guys can't. I wish I could draw on the screen. You know, StreamYard, we need to have like a presentation mode, like
That would
Zoom,
be
so I could draw.
that would be sick. So I can just draw.
Yeah, because I'm
DX
all
on
highlighting
everything.
people. All right, so this one, that's awesome. That's like 1988, right? Right, that's like
Oh, that's
1988.
solid. Okay, yeah,
He's got the frosted tips.
dude, the frosted tips. I mean, that's something. That was a decision.
I don't know what the heck is going
We're gonna
on
do
his
just
shoulder right there.
just the ends of it. I think that's a photo issue. It looks like he's got a
okay.
red spot on him too.
Okay.
All right, we're moving on.
These
Wow,
guys,
these guys just got back from the Camp Salesian
Yeah.
Christian camp, and they're totally dedicated to each other for prom and for life.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I feel like Michael Ferraro wishes that he lived in this world in the 80s, and I'm right there with you, bro. I am right there with you because he says, "Hail you 80s freaks, hail chat." Dude, I'm so there. Okay, so this picture is like this has got to be AI. This has got to be fake.
Yeah,
this
looks too good.
It's way too crisp.
The quality of the picture is way too good.
Way too good. This looks like AI.
The guy looks
bad
too,
on you, AOL.
The guy looks too modernly handsome with a trying 80s mustache.
Yeah, like wait, like this is not 80s.
And they're like fake. And they went for Pippi Longstocking. Now we're talking.
Because all the 80s pictures look like they were soaked in tea. Like that's what you don't understand.
Right?
Like this doesn't look like it was soaked in tea. This looks like it was soaked in tea.
Nailed it. And there's a Cadillac Fleetwood Broham limo behind it. It's got the Broham package. Forget about it.
So this looks like a freaking magazine ad.
Dude, what in the world?
I don't even know what's going on here.
It looks like one of the end scene from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead when she's like, "This is my fashion line."
Oh yeah, dude. Seriously.
Great movie.
So funny. This one, that's obviously the 80s there. Look at these. You know what's funny is like all these people look old. They look older than us.
Always, right? It feels like they do.
Like this couple looks like
he looks like he's an engineer, and
they're like 16, 17 years old, and they look like they're in their freaking 40s, man.
Yeah, and she works in accounting in the same place.
Yeah, it's crazy. These people look so old to me. Like that guy is old.
That guy's in Oasis, I think.
Look at that. Like,
dude,
what is going on?
She looks very young though.
She looks young. Look at these.
Dude,
this is like that's my grandma. That's my grandma. Right now,
gosh.
Like so old.
Wow. These
all
are
right. So and this is not 80s. This is straight up Oklahoma 1995. This is in Oklahoma in 1995. There is no way that this is an 80s picture.
It doesn't.
I'm actually thinking this might be Oklahoma 1999.
It doesn't feel. Yeah, the picture's way too crisp.
No,
they're like her hair is flopped a little, but I don't think it's 80s. It doesn't feel their outfits are not 80s at all.
No, her hair. Give me a break, man. Like unless it was raining outside, you have no excuse for your hair being like that if it's 1988. I'm sorry. And this, I don't like. Yeah, his tuxedo looks like it's from 1986, but I'm sorry. This is 1999. It just happens to be in Kansas.
It just happens to be in Kansas. There we go.
No, this is 90s. This is 1992. Look at the calendar behind
even though it says 1988 on the wall.
Look at the drawn calendar, and then why is it all white right here? And then it says, I'm saying this is 1992, and someone fudged the photo.
Someone fudged the photo. Hey, dude. Oh my God, I'm making this list, bro. We're gonna fudge a bunch of photos that we're just gonna say are 80s.
Yeah, this is 1992.
There are so many available. Like, why would you even find fake ones?
This is like 1982.
That's pretty solid.
Look at that card. Look at those.
Is it a Lincoln?
Looks like a Lincoln with the flip up lights,
dude.
That are
that rotate.
Yeah, dude. This is look at that guy's hockey hair. That is awesome.
Oh my gosh, he's got a helmet on,
dude. He looks like he's like a right winger for the Philadelphia Flyers, 1985. Like, look at that. That is hilarious.
Oh man, and then a future mouthpiece for the right wing on Fox News.
At her dress, dude. That is freaking hilarious. That looks fake. This looks weird too. I'm like, this is like 1989.
That does look weird. There's something about like their mouths and expressions. It just looks odd.
That looks odd. Anyway, all right.
Either that or their brother and sister, and they had to take that photo together.
So I was this years old when I learned that AOL is a thing, and they're trying to be cool again.
They're still trying
to be cool again. They're posting AI pictures. That one was completely AI. I'm sorry, that was not an 80s photo.
It's horse shit. It's good.
Total horseshit.
All right. So, along with our 80s discussions and whatnot, there is news in the world of 80s action flicks. And specifically, I mean Rambo. So we're going to go ahead and share my screen here. That's right. There's news. There's news in the world of Rambo, folks. I know you're all very excited. Very excited. You're like, please, Sylvester, stop. Don't worry. It's not Sylvester this time. So you're like, okay, wait, what?
Yeah,
so
these
we
people
have
are old.
It's just like, come on.
Did
buddy.
you not get ad blocker? What is this?
What? I have ad blocker. What?
Why is there an ad right on the side?
I don't know.
Selling you hymns. You want some
Dude,
boner pills? You want some hair pills?
I don't need any of these things.
What
Thank
up?
you, though. Does it look like I need? Does it look like I need hair pills? Like of all things, come on.
I do, but I'm not because I still want my PP to work.
D-Wags, thank you.
What
sir.
up, D-Wag?
Appreciate you. Oh, but I got some 5G home internet coming. But anyway, there's a Rambo origin movie that is in the works from the director of Sisu. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sisu, but it's a crazy, like, was it Finnish-based film? And apparently the director, Jalmari Helander, has got some sort of Rambo prequel project in the works that will take place in, I believe, during the Vietnam War and serve as a prequel to the 1982 iconic First Blood movie. No casting has been finalized, and what they're actually doing right now is just totally shopping it around Cannes, because as Cannes is going on and people are watching all of these
for us normies out there that don't give a shit about what's going on in Europe and all the stupid crap they're doing, what is Cannes?
So Cannes is a film festival that a bunch of like super highfalutin
Whiskey.
That was the wrong
was a homosexualist then.
They look the same.
Anyway, they're talking and shopping it up with a bunch of these hobnobbers. So they're just trying to drum up some money. And Sylvester Stallone is not currently involved, but having the Sisu director, that movie was a big hit on the kind of like independent and streaming market as a kind of a cult hit, very gritty and awesome and kind of like strangely dark, humored action flick about like some Finnish guy just killing a bunch of Nazis. And it's pretty
looks cool. I never saw it, but I've heard good things, and I'm like, you gotta see it. I'm like,
I think
are there subtitles?
Sisu may actually be the name of the dog that's in it, that he's like with, and he helps save along the way or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it works. I've seen only clips. I haven't watched the whole film. Call me
if you have not seen. Say everyone's like, go see it.
So I've seen.
Like, okay, number one.
I watched the clip and I was like, okay, I got to watch this. And then I haven't watched it.
It better be really good if it has subtitles. Okay, it better be really good. It better be like Akira Kurosawa level.
Oh, it is shot. It does look extremely good. I mean, I could
because if it's like English Patient level, I'm gonna punch a baby in the face.
Dude.
Wait, what?
But here on this Rambo origin story page, there is. Yes, I'm older.
Yes, I'm old enough. Gosh.
Oh my god.
It's the job. Yeah, I remember this. This looks super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we just found a gold vein?
That's what it is. He finds like this insurmountable amount of gold. And as he's going back, it's kind of like as the Nazis are leaving after this particular battle in Finland. And he has to like fight them along the way. He gets like captured.
This old fucker is a gold miner. We're rich boys.
It's always tough when there's dogs in movies. Oh man.
Oh dude, I will.
God damn it.
Yeah, don't like. That's what got me with. That's how they got you with John Wick, because everyone loves dogs, and if you don't love dogs, you have no soul, and you probably worship demons. And I hate you, and I don't want to know you. So.
But this is just to get you a feel for the possible director for the new Rambo Origins film. This is Sisu, what he did recently, which has been a huge hit.
Get down on your knees. Fuck him up. We got gold.
Oh, that was awesome.
So yeah, you get kind of just the idea.
I'm
just
in.
there.
I'm in. I forgot how cool that trailer was originally. I need to watch that. Okay, this week,
We both need to
next
watch
Tuesday, you'll be like, "How was Sisu?" And I'll be like, "Dude,
We should both
watched
watch it and just come back and do just like
Yeah.
an hour of Sisu talk.
Well, we always are a day late and a dollar short. So why not be a year late, 5 years late,
Dude,
and
I'm
$5
telling you,
short?
when I was working in television, we would always say it's like we're delivering yesterday's news today. It's you can't even, especially in the internet age, you're always just way late. So why not just celebrate it?
I never want to be those guys that like are okay.
Well, you don't want to be too late.
No, well, I don't care. I have things to do. I have a life to live. I have friends. I have family. I got comic books to make. I got a forest to mind.
You do.
I don't care. I don't want to be one of these people that's like entire life revolves around working the algorithm. Like, I don't want to be the quartering. Like, give me a break. That guy's the worst person on the face of the earth, dude. I don't want to be that guy.
He doesn't want to be that guy, guys. So yeah. Rambo origin.
Okay, he's not the worst person on the face of the earth. I mean, that's Ben Shapiro, but I mean, he's up there. He's up there.
Very close. So Rambo origin story. Are we into it? Do we need I think it could be
down.
I think it could be awesome.
If that's the director, and that's kind of the way that they're going with gritty, like John Wick, like revenge. I'm down, dude.
Which is very much what Rambo always was, but it was done in a much more methodical way initially, and then very 80s, just like in your face explosions and helicopters coming out of the sky.
Well, that wasn't First Blood. That was First Blood Part 2. First Blood was a little bit more of a slow burn. It was still good.
Very slow burn.
Brian Dennehy is masterful in that. So Sylvester Stallone.
They're both good. And Brian Dennehy does such a good job because you're like, dude, you're such a dick, bro.
You're like, dude, please shoot him in the middle of the face. I want you to shoot him in the middle of the face.
Oh, the saltering is happening.
Dude, I am salty tonight. I'm like,
he's all right.
I'm so tired, man.
He's not too
I'm
bad.
I'm just a whiny bitch.
So in the vein, like I think we're into it. I think we can do with something, I don't know, something interesting for sure. And I mean, there's an entire generation of kids that have no idea, that didn't have the Vietnam War ingrained into their souls with every movie that they watched growing up. So we're all quite familiar, and we would love to go ahead and rehash that again, but be in it instead of just have it be the backstory.
Yeah, so apparently we got 2,000 people watching on X, and if you're watching on X,
what up?
You should come over to YouTube and participate in the chat. It's way more fun, way more exciting, way more entertaining.
The chat is live. You can subscribe, you can like, you can do all these things. Yeah, we're here just being idiots.
Yeah, totally. That's all we do all week long.
But
then we film it 2 hours once a week, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And for those watching, we are Salty and Savage. I'm Salty. He's Savage. He's an Emmy award-winning producer that used to work on Extra. I used to work in entertainment advertising. And this show is about kind of like pop culture, what's going on around entertainment news from the perspective of not YouTubers, but people who worked in the industry for a very long time, who now live in the Midwest, I in the South, and, give it that perspective. So anyway, do we do our top 5 since we were talking about Rambo?
Dude, I think we might just go ahead and just dive right into a solid top 5. Do you guys want to do a top 5? I think we should do a top 5.
We should do a top 5. Let's watch top 5.
Let's do it. All right, so with the news of a Rambo origin story coming in, Sylvester Stallone not tied to it yet, but I mean he was highly involved in most of the films that he worked in, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if they at least chatted with the guy. Yeah, I don't know if he.
Well, they should, because didn't he originally create the entire thing? Like he's the one that wrote and created and then financed the first film, right?
He did that with Rocky. I don't remember if he did that with Rambo. Someone's
I
going to
feel
go.
like he's done that with like all his movies, but I could be wrong.
He is extremely smart when it comes to that. He is involved heavily in a lot of the films that he's in.
I mean, it was a long time ago.
So we're going to go ahead and
do a wee babe.
We're all wee babes here. So we're going to go ahead and do the Salty and Savage top 5 Stallone movies of all time. Now, remember, we're going. We like to keep it tight and keep it right here. So we're going with, of course, just the finest of the Stallone movies are on the list here tonight.
Just the best. No, these are the best of the best of the best. And if you disagree with this list, you're probably wrong. Because we're always right on the Salty and Savage show.
You're probably wrong. All right, so let's go ahead. So coming in at number 5, we have, that's right, Over the Top. Over the Top. So Salty couldn't do this with a straight face.
Oh man, I can't. I'm sorry. This movie's over the top.
This movie, okay. This movie is over the top, but it is a great film, and people love it, and people remember it. I think it was something that like Stallone didn't even want to do it initially, but
why would you? And also, does he have a giant arm in this movie?
Yes,
look at that freaking
masturbator in this movie. I mean,
my god, he's like, I've been working for this my whole life since I was 12. Since I hit puberty, I've been training for this.
While I'm driving a truck, I hang one arm out the window lifting weights.
I don't know. That's the right arm, so I think he was doing something else. That was a repetitive motion, maybe a repetitive motion.
Okay, that's possible.
He was shifting something, that's for sure, with that arm. Look at that thing, man.
So number 5 on the best Stallone movies of all time.
Highly developed arm.
Let's go ahead and comment on this.
What was this movie about?
This movie was about Sylvester Stallone being a professional truck driver, but he also was kind of good at arm wrestling, and his son found out that there was like an arm wrestling competition or something like that, and he like enters his dad into this tournament, and then the tournament is to win like a big new truck.
Isn't this the same premise as that one Fred Savage movie, The Wiz? Like this is the Wiz and Over the Top are like the same film.
Kind of. This is more dad's son.
This is the same film.
This is more a father-son. Okay, yeah, it's the same film. It's basically the same film as The Wiz.
But it's still a good movie. It's still a good movie.
Okay. Anyway, so Over the Top coming in at number 5 on our list. Let me go ahead and do all the work here. Let me drop this banner and stop this screen.
Michael Ferraro says, my comic is going to have an arm wrestling scene inspired by this flick.
I bet it is.
Dude, that's going to be awesome.
That's great.
I'm already sold. I'm buying.
Arm wrestling. It's like there better be a giant truck in the background.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people watching on X. You guys should come over to YouTube and hit and like the like button, subscribe, and turn on. Dude, if everyone watching right now would come over to YouTube, we would actually get monetized like overnight.
We could, amazing. We'd probably get monetized overnight.
Why don't you like me? Come to YouTube. Anyway,
they don't actually like us. We're just fodder. It's fine.
I know, right? Number 4.
Okay, coming in. I'm trying to present it. Here we go. Sharing my screen. Number 4. Ooh, yeah. This is another hot one. Cobra. Stallone. I think. Let's see. Sylvester. There was another Sylvester who did the music. So it's like a very Sylvester-y movie.
It was Sylvester. And then also Sylvester the Cat also had a writing credit on this. How dare you, Andrew Campbell? We're very funny and entertaining people. Maybe people are just watching because they enjoy the show, you Australian jerk.
Can we hire expats? Is that something we could do? So Cobra is wild, man. It is crazy. Dope. And the crime is a disease, meet the cure is 100% an accurate tagline, because his vibe the entire time with like the unlit match always in his mouth, and he's got some crazy Mac 10 or some wild modified weapon. The weapon that is here on the screen, it doesn't even look. I don't even know what he's holding. Yeah, exactly. Like a submachine gun with a torch, a laser. What's going on here, guys? Exactly. There's a lot going on there. This movie's wild. He drives like some super crazy Mustang, I believe. the chat is probably blowing up with all the love for this movie because it's totally number 4 on the list of the top 5.
Look at
Stallone
the
movies
size
all
of that laser. That's what she said. Wait, what?
Oh, hey,
What?
it's what's in his glasses that counts, right? But he's got like a whole, he's got the over the shoulder holster and everything. He's the ultimate badass. The shirt that's way too tight, that's tucked into his jeans.
Listen, sir, this movie was made in like 83. That is a finely fitted shirt. That is okay in the 80s. Okay,
It is an appropriately fitted shirt, and that
in
Cobra.
the 80s when shorts were shorts and shirts were shirts, and it wasn't gay.
And it wasn't. I mean, not so much. So then, coming in at number 3 on the list of the top 5 Stallone movies of all time, you guys. I mean, there's no way that you guys are gonna have any sort of.
Michael Ferraro says lids hate Cobra, so yeah, it's like that's right, baby, that's right. Because anytime the lids hate it, you gotta love it.
Gosh, it's hysterical. And coming in at number 3, look at this, guys. You cannot deny the incredible magnetism between these two actors, Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell, in Tango and Cash.
Didn't they remake this movie and it was not good?
I think they may have tried and it was terrible.
You can't duplicate this,
dude. This was unreal. It was so good. The whole scene where like he shoots one of these giant gas tank containers because he knew it was full of blow or something like that. These are two absolute icons. I believe this is 1989. We're totally killing it. We're totally killing it. The 80s were great. 80s were great, like we were saying. 80s are fantastic. Make America 80s again.
Vaughn, welcome. Loved seeing you. One of our favorite guests, Vaughn, Klaus. Oh no, please don't go. Stop.
What? Unsub reported.
No. Oh. Just because you're wrong, D-Wag. You're too young to understand. That's why.
Oh,
go back to your dumpster. Go back to your dumpster.
Oh man, hey, but report back if you find a Mountain Dew good. Okay,
yeah.
But anyway,
let us know if you do find a Mountain Dew good in the dumpster there.
All right, so that's
number 3.
That was number 3. So
I feel like this should have been 5. I'm sorry, I feel like this should have been 5, guys.
You know what? You're probably right. It probably,
but it's got Kurt Russell.
It
Kurt
does.
Russell's pretty awesome.
It's got that power. You know, it's got that Kurt Russell power to it. So
remember when, like in the 80s, when you could be like more conservative or Republican and still work in Hollywood, and it wasn't lame, and then it got lame because the 90s happened. Yeah, I remember.
It was like fine, like you still, owned a nice house up in a nice neighborhood, and talked to your neighbors, and everybody was happy, and like they were like, oh, he has a house in Palm Springs, and he thinks a little differently than I do.
And then the Democrats went and ruined everything, like they always do. Always do. They ruined the 80s by not letting it be the 80s anymore.
They ruined California for sure.
They ruined California. They ruined Hollywood. They ruined everything.
Coming in at number 2. This is it's pretty hard, when you're talking about Stallone movies of all time. Right when you get into number 2 and number 1, it's pretty tough, but we're gonna go ahead and say it.
That's right. No, hold on. Oh yeah, sorry. This was funny that you still Rambo First Blood. But yeah, best line in Tango and Cash.
Oh, sorry. Bring it again.
Damn it. He thinks he's Rambo, and Stallone replies, "Rambo's up." I need one of those beep buttons. So I can hit it.
You could just make a beep sound. It's fine.
I know.
Pretend. We're not there yet. We don't have any. Everyone watches us on X instead of so we don't have any subscribers. But,
so I wanted First Blood Part 2 because that's got way more action, and the bow and arrow is freaking fantastic.
It is. It's
iconic. Like, how can you take on the Viet Cong with a bow and arrow? Well, Rambo will show you. He will go into Vietnam, and he will show you.
He will show you. He will do it.
So basically, this could be First Blood or First Blood Part 2.
It could be, but I leaned hard on Salty because this being kind of like the beginning of the story, and it is a slow burn, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but Brian Dennehy is like
he did so good, and you really feel that palpable tension of him in the forest and the dogs coming after him, and Brian Dennehy just being like pissed because he got showed up by this guy, even though he's a complete dick. But it's it's so good. And then what, he shoots the guy in the helicopter or something like that, and then they're like, oh well, now he's really dead.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Go and rewatch it because it was kind of really interesting. And also, technically, remember, it's a Christmas movie, because if you notice in one scene when they come into the sheriff's office, when he first gets arrested by Dennehy, he brings him in and they have a Christmas tree set up like in the front window of the sheriff's office. So you're welcome. All right. So moving on.
Number one.
Top 5.
I wish we had a bumper for number 1.
Our bumper guy, guy who does all this incredible work for us for nothing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. How is the chat doing? D-Wags is just in here, just ruining it. Oh my gosh, get this guy out of here. He's pretty 80s though. I like D-Wags. All right, so coming in at number 1, guys.
Number 1.
I mean, it's probably, y'all are probably going to guess it. Bumper. Y'all are probably going to guess it. This has got to be. It's also one of the greatest movies of kind of an era of film.
Yeah, this represents everything. Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
This is hands down the best Rocky film. It's the best, and I don't know if you guys recognize yet, but all of our Stallone films were from the 80s, because everything is best in the 80s. Yeah. Also Stallone movies. So yeah, Judge Dredd. Nope, that's a 90s movie. Rocky 1. Nope, that's a 70s movie.
Demolition Man, 90s
Demolition, 90s movie. So Rocky 4 is everything, because it's the Cold War. It's got Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago. It's a revenge flick. It's a come from behind flick.
And also the fight against the cheater, the guy. He's trying to get the edge because he's got the PEDs. They're shooting him with the steroids, boys.
Yeah. And this has everything, man. This is the greatest Stallone movie of all time, and everything from the 80s is always the greatest. No, there is no forgiving us. We're right, as always. We are always right.
As is tradition, we are correct. Thank you very much, D-Wags.
Always.
Thank you. So that was, in fact, the ultimate 80s, really, top 5 Stallone movies of all time. So let's go ahead and give it to you one more time. You can be right, or you can be salty.
I'm American. I can be both. You're Australian. You cannot. That's how that works.
You are Australian.
If you were born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, and made it to 2025, you have lived 5 different decades, 2 centuries, 2 different millenniums, and you're not even 50 yet.
Until we meet again.
And then that was the
Although I was not born in the 80s, I was born in 79.
Oh, he was born in 79, folks. It's all right. I'm a gem. I'm a gem of the 80s. Right. So it's kind of that was
our top 5 of best Stallone films of all time. We were excited about the new Rambo movie that is apparently being shopped around at the Cannes movie festival,
whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
And if you disagree with that list,
suck it, come on, son.
So,
and there you go. Also, let's see what's awesome and 80s. Do you remember? There was an awesome short film that came out.
How dare you, D-Wag? I thought we were friends. How dare you?
Oh my God. It's not, he didn't even do the penis emoji right.
Oh, it's a knife back, back right there.
He didn't even, dude. You get your emojis right, man. Come on.
Well, he was doing the math equation greater.
I know what it is doing.
Okay,
I know.
But if it was the penis, that would have been that. What? Why would you do that?
He was a homosexualist then.
Oh, perhaps. All right. So, Welcome to the Salty and Savage Show.
What
Once
is
again,
that? Wait, what is 8
Oh.
equals D? What is that?
Oh, that is definitely another equation.
Is
thing.
that's another math problem? I'm not good at math.
It's
I'm not good at math.
It could be Einstein. I think it could be the theory of relativity.
Yes, over my head.
It's
I don't
8
know.
equals D.
Equals D.
Yeah. 100%.
8 equals many times D.
All right. So someone who was very 80s, I would say 80s AF to the max, was Mr. David Hasselhoff. So David Hasselhoff, a few years ago, was involved with a short film that came out. So there's a short film that came out called
Wait, hold up.
Oh my God.
Watch this.
Hold on. Watch this, guys. Watch this.
The love of my life. Will you help your husband out?
We need a
The most beautiful woman in the world. Please help me out.
We need a banner that says like what?
But yeah, anyway, continue. So you're David Hasselhoff.
So David Hasselhoff, a gem of the 80s, and a gem of Germany, he was involved in this kind of short film that happened like 10 or so years ago. I forget how long it was, but Kung Fury. The short film was hysterical. It felt like a long music video, really, but it was basically about like a time traveling kung fu fighting cop that rode dinosaurs to defeat Hitler.
I like it.
And it is the whole thing is synth wavy and whatnot. And it included a theme song by Sir David Hasselhoff himself. Let's give it just a quick look to see how just absolutely.
I know, real quick.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. There's that beverage.
Misogyny in action right there, guys.
Misogyny in
maintain
action.
the patriarchy, down with feminism.
Let's give us a quick listen. Already the synths, you're like, oh,
dude, I love it, man. The only thing that makes it better is if that synth was played on a guitar. Look at that Lambo. You got a Countach? Dude, the magenta lighting is hilarious.
Dude, it is so good. It is so good.
Dude, look at that jacket.
Dude,
one of those jackets.
Look at this. This is not even the movie. This is just the music video for the theme song to the movie. This is just the surface.
Dude, look at that. That's like a painting on the side of a van. The lady with the wolf, that was like a van. That was a van painting.
Right. The total an 80s side of a van with the porthole window painting.
Right in the street, baby, this time there's no retreat, there's no surrender.
Dude, I remember this, man. I remember when this came. Yeah. I remember this.
This song actually. This song is
totally
fantastic.
Slays.
It totally slays.
Hey, can we get David Hasselhoff to do a song for us? Do you think that would be possible? Do you think we have that? Do we have that in the budget? I
mean, I'll talk to Diane in accounting. Sure.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's see if we have that in the budget.
A shadow from the past, feeding the fire on the edge of fury.
What did Hitler do to him, though? Seriously, what did Hitler do to him?
Dude, he just so you all kind of get an idea, he sends him through time using a power glove.
Dude, you know what I don't know
what a power glove is, well, then your lady's probably not too happy. Hey, man.
Do you think in the future, like in 50 years in the future, 60 years in the future, if Democrats continue to win everything because they cheat all the time, that they're gonna make movies about people riding on dinosaurs defeating Trump? Do you think that'll happen?
Dude, totally. I think that 100. I think, dude, wait, like
can't let the Democrats win, guys. We can't let them
7 years. It would happen in 7 years. Someone would be like, "Dude, I'm totally making this movie. We're gonna go back. And we're gonna defeat Trump." It's gonna be super sweet.
We can't. Okay. We can't allow the Democrats. We have to. Sherman was right. Anyways, let's move on.
Well, look at this real quick.
All the time, running in
Dude, look at this.
There's just nothing that's more
Hacking
quintessentially 80s
time.
than this. Hacking
He's like,
years
is he-
hacked.
Wait, hold on. Is he riding a keytar or is that a hoverboard? That looks like a keytar.
I think he
Or is
might
that
be.
a
Hold on.
keyboard? Is that a Casio?
Oh, I think
No,
he's riding a
looks like
boombox.
He's riding. Okay, he's riding a boom.
No. It's like a
Wait, what is that?
typewriter.
Is it a typewriter or a keyboard? Is that a move?
Ticking on the countdown clocks tonight.
What is that? What?
Girl, we need to action. If we're gonna make it like a true survivor.
Now this came out like 10 years ago, right? This
Yeah,
was like this is like,
something like that.
over a decade ago.
It was forever ago. Let me see when.
It's a computer.
Let's
Okay,
see,
Uncap
when
Turtle
is-
says
yeah.
it's a computer. So what is it?
10 years ago.
A ColecoVision?
Coleco or something like that. All right.
Coleco.
So we're gonna do that. We bring this all up to say apparently they've done it again. And there's
and it was like this came out like what, a week ago, because we're always a week behind because we do a show on
it
Tuesdays.
came out like a week ago. You actually sent it to me, but we had such a big show that was planned out
That's
with
right, because I wanted to talk about it, but
dozens-
we had so many things to talk about on last Tuesday. We had so many people watching.
dozens of people. We were just like trying to jumble our voices. D-Wags was digging in dumpsters for Mountain Dew goods.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a pretty
he
interesting
found
show.
an entire case of Mountain Dew goods, by the way.
Did he? In the end, he almost got arrested. That's for sure, on camera.
He was put on the hood of a car and handcuffed and frisked. I think they cupped his balls a little bit.
Ooh.
Just to
Go
check
on.
for drugs. And
Just to
then
check
they
for
sent
drugs.
him they sent him
All right.
home, or they set him
So-
free.
So check this out, just so y'all can kind of like get an idea. This is actually, I think, the whole film. Again, it's only like 10 minutes and 48 seconds, so you can go out.
But
and you can
the
find
beginning part of
stuff.
this is a trailer, so we can
But
just watch the trailer.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
let's just give it a quick.
You look at that room.
to just let it. Oh man, just soak it all in.
The lack of wood paneling is disappointing.
This looks like an intro to our show. I mean, honestly, our intro is pretty dope. And
Dude, look at the David Hasselhoff record on the wall.
Knight Rider.
Oh my god, dude, that's
fantastic.
amazing. Is
All
that
right.
Jean-Claude Van Damme? Is that, or is that Arnold Schwarzenegger?
You got Terminator as Commando.
Terminator.
You got Terminator and Commando. You got both of them. And then I think, let's see, over on the side, we got an A-Team poster over the bed too.
Dude, look at the flying V. Look at the V, or the V guitar,
yeah.
whatever that was called.
Flying V guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
All right, let's check it out.
Wait, is that Nintendo? Is that Nintendo robot? No, wait. What is that robot? I remember that robot. I wanted one, but we were too poor.
Yeah. It
That's
has
not.
like
No, that was a remote control robot. That was that remote.
a little globe over its head. Or
Yeah.
something.
The red Chuck. That's
Oh my god,
hilarious,
dude, we're so dating ourselves. This is amazing. This room
I
is
don't care.
fantastic.
This room's awesome.
All right, and those are got to be Sansui speakers with the white.
You know it.
With the white. Oh my god, they're going to be amazing.
know it,
Sansui, look it up. All right, here we go.
In a city overrun with crime. In a
Just a
time
triceratops.
by chaos.
Yes, and a bald eagle with spiky shoulder pads.
Dude, this is look. He's
Dude.
got the guitar.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm
Yes.
talking about, man.
And I think that's the guy that was wearing the body glove in the first film. All right,
Dude.
this is awesome. Let's
The
just
guitar is the greatest instrument
yeah,
ever.
It's so. I mean, it's so versatile, guys. I mean,
It's
the keyboardist
totally
can
versatile.
be like a lead guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
Band is also the world's greatest crime-fighting team. They are the Thundercops.
So I thought, pause it real quick. So
Dude,
he
this
said
is-
Thunder Cops, and what is going on with your internet connection? Why is it so choppy and slow?
Are you getting choppy and slow? I'm doing all right.
Is it choppy and slow, chat? I feel like it's choppy and slow.
Is anybody check
is
your
anybody
DMs?
checking-
Salty.
Okay,
Un-
but
Uncapped
I
dropping.
thought the narrator said Thunder Cox.
Thunder cunts. Yes.
Cock. No, I thought he said cocks, like roosters or other things.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I get it. It was dude, look at this. Look at
Oh
this.
my god. Are we gonna watch some more of this?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it.
Do we
Keep
gotta
it up.
interrupt this?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because the
What's going on?
robot. We have
we know what the robot is. What was the robot? What was the robot?
It's right here. This guy right here.
Oh, yes. Omnibot.
So the state-of-the-art robots from Tommy. And this is Omnibot. This is the Omnibot 2000. That was like your dad was a day trader on Wall Street, and he was
your dad was a lawyer for other day traders on Wall Street or something. Like, damn.
Basically, your father was a lobbyist that worked really hard to rip off the American worker in the 80s and send all of our jobs over to China. Your dad was Mitt Romney. So that was you. And then this was like your dad was upper middle class. And then this was like your dad was like middle class. And then this one right here was like
down there, that was like the last minute shoppers
right there. But you just get a G.I. Joe instead, because you could get 50 G.I. Joes.
We can see your mark on the screen, bro.
I know, dude. It depends on what I'm doing.
I see how you
right
did
there.
That. Man.
I don't know what was this price range right here. This was our price range at home, but I'd rather have G.I. Joes. This was this guy right here.
I feel like that second range is probably still like $50, right?
Yeah, this guy was expensive. I wanted this when I was a kid, because this was the one they did the TV ads for. They were like, "Oh yeah, you got to get this toy." But this is Mitt Romney's kids. Mitt Romney's kids got these. Your dad got laid off, and Chan from China got his job, and his son got this.
Dingo Bot was the best. Dingo Bot.
That's what happened. Anyway, back to the trailer. I don't really
back to the trailer. Hold on.
Back to the trailer.
Just give it a second here. This is fantastic, and y'all can go and fucking watch this shit.
Barbariana, Tricerica, Dynamite, Hacker Man, and Kung Fury.
Hacker Man and Kung
Fury. I have to say,
his name is Kung Fury.
The names are a little disappointing because
it's so terrible. That's the point.
But no, they're not. So there's like terrible funny, and then there's just terrible. And I feel like, other than Triceracop, that one's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Kung Fury, obviously, because
Dynamite is actually terrible.
That's dumb.
It's actually.
And then what was the other one? That one was dumb.
Dynamite was in the first one. He's a callback because he was.
Yeah, I know, but that's a dumb name, dude.
It is
a dumb name.
It is a dumb
name. Triceracop, that's a good
wrong.
name.
You're not wrong.
Kung Fury, that's a good name. Everything else, I'm a little disappointed, guys. Try a little harder next time. Try a little harder.
I mean, next time. The next time you do another,
do better. The 80s deserves better, and you're trying to represent the 80s.
Okay, he's going into a dojo. Hold on, bro.
Dude, is this like Big Trouble?
Dude, look, in the dojo on the left, there's a dirt bike.
That is that a
dirt bike just
Dude,
right there.
Amazing.
That is fantastic.
I want to see this movie. So I want to live inside this movie.
Do Kung Fury.
My job.
Oh shit!
Oh my
gosh. Dude, he just pushed the skull and spine out of the back of that thing. What on earth? Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that happened. That was amazing. We gotta watch that one more time.
Kung Fury.
Gosh.
My job.
Oh my god.
That guy goes, oh shit, it's Kung Fury. Holy shit.
That is so funny.
That is savage as fuck, dude. Oh my god. Look, and he's still holding the guy's spine.
Oh my gosh.
To clean up the streets. But when the worst criminal of all time unleashes an army of darkness on Miami, it's time for the Thunder Cops to take down the
I still think he says Thundercock.
I still think he says Thundercock.
Dude,
it sounds. You know why you think that, right?
Well, because because there's something going wrong with me.
He was a homosexualist then.
Yeah. That's fun. That's what I was.
Although it's funny. Because it's funny if he was. It's funny though. Come on, I mean, Thundercock.
And send Adolf Hitler to.
Wait, I thought they already fought. Oh, for who?
Strap in
to Adolf Hitler to Adolf Helller or something. I don't know. It's
gear up and hang on for the ultimate action epic thrill ride. Kung Fury, the movie.
Now,
Well, I've had
Oh my gosh, dude.
So why didn't they do Kung Fury 2 Electric Boogaloo? That would
Yeah,
have been
that's
fun.
I mean that's really what the fans were asking for, but
too
you know, they
obvious.
don't always the studios don't always do what the fans want to do. You know.
Name a G.I. Joe name that isn't corny. Flint.
Flint. All right. It's all right. That's all right.
No, I mean that's a G.I. Joe name that's not corny. It's just
Sure.
it's Flint, man.
Yeah.
Flint's like one of the cooler ones too. He was like one of the cooler ones.
He's like, and he would let people, like, he always threw barbecues. He would let the other Joes come over and he threw barbecues and they would have pool parties.
That never happened, Savage. I don't know why you're making crap up. There's another one. Duke, my favorite G.I. Joe. Flint or Duke?
Duke.
Scarlet?
Duke
That's
Pearl.
3, bro. That is 3 G.I. Joes. Not corny names.
That was
yeah.
There's none of these are corny.
All right, who was the one? He was like, was it Rat something? He was like shorter than all the other G.I. Joes. And I think he was Asian. And then he had like this big backpack, and then you could put these like flashlights on the backpack.
Short fuse? Oh
no, he was shorter, but his like physically shorter. Like the toy was physically shorter than all the other ones. Tunnel Rat. Thank you. Tunnel Rat. I knew it was Rat something.
Dude.
And then there was one that was like Bushido. I think his name was Bushido. Those are some of my favorite ones. Dude, they were later. Those were like the later years. Those were like those came out like 86, 87, I think. I think it was Bushido, right? He had the samurai sword, and they had the ninja girl. I always liked all the ninja people.
With the samurai, you love the samurai grip. That's what it was. It's that samurai grip. The He-Man ones had that too.
Yeah.
Some of the He-Man figures. It was like pseudo chop. Like you could change his hand out because he chopped different. He would whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Jinx.
Yes.
Anyone?
Jinx. Yeah, Jinx was the female ninja. She red. A red jumpsuit. I can't remember their names. You guys are good. Like, I just remember what they look like. And I remember their weapons because I was like always obsessed with making sure all the weapons were organized and everyone had their thing. And like DMs now. Dude, stop sending me DM. What is this? Oh, the screen's so bright. Oh, he's got the list of all the G.I. Joes.
In case you didn't know, this is our Make America 80s Again show, and we have a Make America 80s Again shirt in the Salty and Savage Tea Public store. Always check it out. We got a few awesome shirts. This is one of them. This is the Make America 80s Again official Salty and Savage shirt.
It's totally official. It comes in many colors, and it's awesome.
A number of different colors. Choose your, if you want to go like, a little gaff with it, or, all the colors, we're not judging. All the colors are great. And Michael Ferraro will tell you and be proof that the black one looks fantastic with these sleeves ripped off. It's proper 80s attire.
Yes.
It's proper.
Michael Ferraro loves his Make America 80s shirt, but you got to show the tat. You got to show the ink.
Yeah.
You show the ink.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. Jimson Vidor.
Vider?
He said Vider.
Jimson Vider?
He says, damn, that's cool. That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Jimson. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Let's see. What else do we got? So there's additional. What is quintessential 80s for you? Like when you think 80s, because you were so ingrained. I feel like you were extra ingrained in the culture with like the hair and the whatnot. A little more
in the early 2000s. You mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, like in the early 2000s when I would go to a club called Club Beat It, which was an 80s club, and then I would go to another club called Bang, which was an 80s Britpop club.
Beat It and Bang. They're just 80s clubs, guys. They're just 80s.
Dude, everything about 80s is very androgynous. Is it gay? Is it not? It doesn't matter. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's sexy, and everything is more fun with some cocaine. Alcohol.
Alcohol.
But yeah, I think dude, everything was better in the 80s. The music was better, the movies were better. Like it's like the thing I love about the 80s is it's not about being good or like, oh, was it the best cinema?
No, but it was a little
have the
more
most meaning.
There was more freedom of speech. I felt like
it was just stupid
freer.
fun. No, it's just stupid fun. The thing about the 80s is it's like make a bunch of money and have stupid fun, which is what we should be doing instead of all this seriousness, all this like fighting on the internet and all this political drama and like politics takes over everything. No, it's like make a lot of money, stop taxing people as much. Reaganomics worked.
Stop taxing.
Make a ton of money and have stupid fun. Nothing needs to be deep.
Yeah. Go
like you could have deep
yourself.
with your wife, like have deep relationships with your kids. Like none of the like just toys, stupid movies with you know, hot people that are doing stupid stuff and awesome video games. Like everything was just fun in the 80s, man.
It was.
You know, and you didn't have cell phones. What the hell was that?
As an accidental click. Sorry there. I don't know.
Good Lord.
The 80s jumped in.
My MTV. All right.
Dude, MTV actually played music videos.
They did. That was a thing.
I don't even know.
You guys remember?
What now?
Watch music videos. That was like what we would do. We would sit around and just like, what's going to come on next? What do you think is good? And you would talk because there were only so many music videos that were kind of going around at, you know, in certain years or certain times. You'd be like, what do you think will play next? Be like, oh, it's got to be that be like the Alice in Chains, the new Alice in Chains song. Oh, what's it gonna be?
I did see this though.
I watch Headbangers Ball a lot. I watch Headbangers Ball.
And I don't know if we should talk about this on our show sometime.
I don't know. We should.
So Barnes and Noble apparently is still a website and still a thing and still sells books.
Okay.
But they have this book came out and it's like making headlines or like, I don't know, it's trying to make headlines. So it's like 501 essential albums of the 80s.
Okay.
Music Fans Definitive Guide by Gary Graff.
As the owner of a record store, I am happy to make judgment upon this.
So like
some of those I
should
see
we check this out? Because
some of those I see on the cover already are absolutely fantastic albums, and I have them. Yes.
Yeah, they're super bangers, like Men at Work.
Dude, that album is so good.
Off the Wall is really good. That's the best, you know, that's the best Michael Jackson album ever.
The Police.
I mean, even Tracy Chapman, that was a decent album, man. I'm not gonna lie.
That album just got
oh,
reissued.
He does. He's got the Smiths. We got the Smiths
on there too. I got that on there. I got that too, man.
That's not the best Smiths album, but okay.
Dwight Yoakam, I got that. We got the Guns
N'
Roses.
Album.
Dude, I got the Poison up there. Wow, I have so many of these albums.
That's
the
Beastie Boys,
album.
right? I need to put my glasses on.
Yep, that's Beastie Boys.
Right
Yep.
Is that
I have
Boingo?
It's actually quite impressive. Now that I'm looking at this, the so we got
wait, what's this one right here? That's not Oingo. What is this? I can't see that.
I don't know what that is.
Huey Lewis in the News should not have made the cover.
Dude, Huey Lewis in the News. That's fantastic. I have that album. You can suck it.
It's a good album, but does that make the cover? Because you have very limited space on the cover. I'm not saying that's cover worthy. I'm sorry.
Just say no.
I don't.
Okay.
Like,
fair enough. That Billy Idol album is a banger, and that's
a banger album.
The Stones album in the bottom right corner is also a banger.
Oh, the Stones. Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, right
the
here.
red one. Yeah. And what is that? Sinead O'Connor up there too? Jeez. Man. Yeah. I have mostly the Dire Straits. Ooh, the one right below Beastie Boys is Dire Straits. Solid album as well.
That is, but where Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi, dude. Hey, that record sold so much.
This Clash album is. Oh no, this is the Police.
That's
this
the Police
album.
Yeah,
that's a good album right there.
Synchronicity, I think.
Where's the Clash? Why is the Clash not on here? Oh, is this the Clash right here? I think this is the Clash right here.
It looks like is that London Calling? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
gotta be London Calling. That's a great album.
It's gotta be London Calling, mate.
Could have done without Madonna. No one cares about that hoe.
I mean, it's
REM.
I have that. Actually, have the Iron Maiden record too, so that's awesome. Springsteen, yeah, overrated, but whatever. I understand that album's pretty good. When I'm DJing, you gotta like. Born in the USA sometimes hits, especially in the Midwest, man. They are loving it. They're like, I don't care. I don't care if he talks for 3 minutes about politics and does a shitty concert.
I can't stand it. I don't think there is a Bruce Springsteen song that I like. That
Yeah,
Christmas song. Every time that Christmas song comes on, man, I'm like, oh man, now Christmas is ruined.
he's
Now
overrated.
Christmas is ruined. Overrated. That's being nice.
Yeah, probably.
That is being nice. Can't stand them. What else are we talking about? We done with this show? Everyone having a good time?
Is everyone having a good time? You know, we got like a group of
I'm
people.
not having a good time. I'm having a terrible time.
Dude, are you living on a prayer? Is that what you're doing?
Shut the front door, man.
Oh my god. Okay.
I remember we were not allowed to listen to anything Madonna in the home growing up as children. Like,
really?
Madonna was
Why?
banned.
She was sacrilege or something?
She was banned. There was just certain things that we were not allowed to listen to in the home, in the Salter home, growing up as children. We were not allowed to watch MTV, so that was blocked. Right? My dad went on the
Okay, Salty Papa. Okay.
Like later in life, that was like in the 90s though, because we couldn't afford cable in the 80s. Although I think the late 80s we started paying for cable. But yeah, that was blocked. MTV was blocked. VH1 was blocked, and then Madonna was banned from the house.
Wow,
absolutely bad.
My dad was super duper upset when he caught me listening to Sir Mix-a-Lot. It was pretty bad.
I see what you did there. Although I don't mind that. I don't mind that song.
Which one?
Keep on rocking in the free world.
Oh, keep on rocking in the free world.
Covers are better.
So it's not super 80s, but it actually, you know, I mean, it ties in. We could say that you know, X-Men is from the 80s, you know, it's very an 80s iconic comic.
Wait, real quick though, before we go on to that. So me and Nestor used to go to the same church when we were younger. And it's a church I grew up in the 80s, and religious was great in the 80s and 90s. LOL. I remember a story from that church, Nestor, was I brought my He-Man toys to Sunday school, and I got in trouble because the Sunday school teacher said that my He-Man toys were demonic. And I said, what are you talking about? Why are they demonic? And the Sunday school teacher said, it's because He-Man says that he is the power and Jesus is the power. And I'm all, he doesn't say that he is the power. He says, I have the power. Okay. And that power could very well come from Jesus. And then I got in trouble because I was smarter than him. Anyway,
hold on.
That's how retarded it was with the religious right in the 80s. Let me tell you.
Oh my God. Give me 1 second. I have to I have to fix my camera here. Something's happening real quick.
Oh, should we play something? Let's play something. Don't but and that is still up on Indiegogo. If you're on X watching along with all the other people, come to YouTube. But also, you can just click on my profile, and there's a link. There's a link in the bio where you can get that awesome comic book that I wrote and illustrated with no pants.
With no pants.
I do have to address this. Be honest. Okay? First off, I didn't buy crap when I was that young. I was a child.
Like Prince Adam? Like what do you mean?
So I did not buy anything. I got whatever my parents bought me. Okay.
Yes, your parents thought Looney Tunes was too violent. Yeah.
Well, your
I mean-
parents were wrong.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Wile E. Coyote gets pretty
Listen.
wrecked.
The problem with kids nowadays is they don't watch Looney Tunes. They need to watch Looney Tunes. They might learn a thing or two.
I need to loosen up a little bit. Get some back some of them 80s vibes. We were watching Looney Tunes and after school specials. and Saturday morning.
I can't read because I don't have my glasses on. Wait, hold on. Did Andrew? So Andrew said,
I don't know what happened.
Brought Adam. Okay, that makes it way more funny. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read very good. And I'm dyslexic. So I brought that up. That's hilarious, dude. I have no comeback for that one. That is simply funny. And I cry a little bit inside because that made me laugh. That is very funny.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Dude, Adam cracks me. I mean, Andrew cracks me up all the time. Yeah, that guy is
He's
so
pretty
funny.
fantastic.
Okay, sorry, that made me cry a little bit because I totally misread that, and that's funny. Sorry, I missed your joke at first, Andrew. It was corrected in the private chat. In the private chat, I got corrected.
And you were corrected.
Yeah,
son of a gun.
All right, so what were we going to talk about? Speaking of 80s,
once again, come to YouTube. You can hang out in the chat. It's pretty live. There might even be some random arguments about whether or not you should be watching Looney Tunes as a kid. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
this is important stuff,
dude. I know.
But the 80s.
One of my biggest inspirations was an animator for Warner Brothers that did the best Tom and Jerry, Chuck Jones. Anyway.
Chuck Jones.
He had an art Chuck Jones. Am I remembering that guy's right? Chuck Jones.
Chuck Jones. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, he had an art gallery in Laguna Beach.
Did he?
Yeah, dude. That place is. I hope it's.
He had an
still around,
art
man.
gallery. Oh man.
Yeah, at Laguna Beach, man. I used to go to
Beach.
it. Like,
it's a nice spot
all the time. Yeah. All right. So what were we talking about? We were talking about the greatest comic book series of the 80s, the X-Men.
The X-Men. And there's been a lot of talk lately, with rebooting fucking everything and just trying to squeeze every last dollar out of some of these franchises. And even though they did the most incredible job you probably could do with some of the characters and some of the casting in the last, X-Men franchise with Patrick Stewart and with Logan. We'll just go Logan. He's just Logan now. And some of the other people were just so spot on. It was absolutely incredible. And they are now kind of ingrained as those characters. But there's talk about a reboot of the X-Men franchise because they're, Disney is obviously like, look.
Well, obviously you have to reboot it. Like, here's the thing though. Like
you have to.
Other than X-Men, the X-Men stuff like Days.
If you want a cash grab, you have to.
Because the X-Men of the 90s or the 90s, the early 2000s, right, guys? The leather, black leather X-Men. Those weren't good movies.
The Matrix X-Men. No, it was good casting. They weren't necessarily good movies.
It was okay casting. Casting. Okay. Some of the casting was really bad.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Some of the casting was spot on, and some of the casting we had to. Like Hugh Jackman, I don't think originally was a great cast for Wolverine. He became that character though, and he became iconic because he's such a good actor. That it eventually turned into a good casting, and then now that's how we see Wolverine, and that's just good acting. Yeah. But they weren't good movies, dude. They were not good movies.
They're not.
Yeah, no. Fox X-Men, other side of the fence.
Yeah,
is right. Fox X-Men trash. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, they're crap movies. Like one movie that you actually had a chance to do it was when she was a terrible cast as Jean Grey, by the way.
Femke Johnson.
I liked her in a lot of stuff, but she was terrible as Jean Grey, and it didn't work with freaking what's his name that played Scott,
the guy that played.
So the third one, when she becomes Dark Phoenix, like that was the one time you could have, and you screwed that up. The freaking crap, man. And even the Days of Future Past is just like. So, sorry, that's a long rant to say. I'm hopeful for the rebooting of the new X-Men done by Disney. I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping they learn from the mistakes of like the MCU debacle post Avengers and like tighten it up and get a little bit better. That's my hope. That's my hope. That's my
For
prayer.
shizzle. Well, what is happening is there is talk already about casting, and one person who is being talked about a lot is the character of Storm. And I mean, if you had to guess, there's probably only one person who you could think right now who's very much on the the top of everyone's list of being the perfect
Halle Berry
candidate. Well, Halle Berry was perfect.
Did you see the video of Halle Berry selling some lubrication, sex lubrication on Mother's Day? Did you see that?
Excuse me? What?
Yeah. Anyway, so it's not Halle Berry. You're saying is that Storm, the new recast, is not going to be Halle Berry. So we're not going to get any influencer videos of trying to sell sex lube from her.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, that sounds all right to me. I mean, I could deal with that. That's fine.
All right, so who is this? Because the other side of the fence is saying we need unknown actors. I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
Everybody,
no.
Cynthia Erivo is going from green to storm, from wicked to a whirlwind of casting. X-Men rumor: wicked Cynthia Erivo eyed for Storm in the reboot cast, and it makes 100% sense. You're like, yes, of course, she's this incredible hire that they're like, oh my god, of course we're gonna, like, she doesn't even have to read for the part. We're just gonna bring.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
So they're talking about it. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? If I could sum up my thoughts in one video. I am Artax.
Oof.
I'm in the swamp of sadness, and I just want to die.
You just want to really that bad, huh?
Dude, are you guys kidding me?
I mean,
it's you know what, Andrew? I would rather it be Zendaya. I would much rather it be Zendaya.
I don't know.
What in the ever-loving crap am I even? I hate everything in life. Is that true or is that rumored?
Zendaya would be interesting. It's rumored.
Is that one of those things where they're floating the idea to see how the fan base reacts?
It's most likely, yeah. That's exactly.
You know that's. I mean, come on, dude. You used to work for Extra
because
studios will float this crap and
they'll take it. They'll take it out and one person, a publicist for something, will be like, "Hey, so and so at Deadline that I know, or so and so at Variety that I know." Cynthia, because we're going to give you the clip where Cynthia Erivo was in this interview and she was like, oh my God, Storm, I would be a dream casting. I would love to do that.
No.
So we're going to provide you with the clip. And then we're also going to provide you with a rumor that is we definitely didn't tell you about this, but you've heard that she might be being eyed. And then boom, you get the whole litmus test done right away. The internet reacts and it's so different than it used to be. It's so easy to judge how well a casting will work out by just throwing it out there, throwing the rumors to all the rags, and it gets tossed around on Facebook and Instagram or whatever it is, whatever people are using nowadays. I name like the two oldest social medias, and when on MySpace, if you put it out on MySpace and then you see what Tom says, Tom on MySpace. Well, Tom, speaking of making America 80s again, I feel like MySpace was the most 80s social media that there was, and it was not.
MySpace was the 80s in the 2000s because MySpace represented everything that made the 80s great, which was just like do whatever you want, have fun, maybe do some illicit drugs when you're younger. I don't know. Sorry, it's terrible. Yeah. Don't do drugs. Don't do.
Well, I mean, if there are
any drugs,
as long as someone checked them out first.
Just say no.
Just say no.
I mean, drugs are for like your 20s, man.
They are, and then for your 30s, if you didn't really work things out.
No, just grow up. You should. Like by the time you're 28, you should be growing up. Like honestly,
you should. But if you don't, there's. I mean, your local dealer still is there.
Yeah, dude. For Michael Ferraro is like, I miss MySpace bad. I still look like, dude, it's true, you do. And I think it's awesome, by the way, because
I feel like Michael Ferraro would own MySpace.
You look a lot like I used to look in the early 2000s, and I'm all about it. And then my hair decided to not grow anymore. And I look better with a beard. So there you go.
You look all right. You look pretty good with a beard.
Shut your mouth.
You know what looks good?
You know why I look so good with a beard? You know why my beard looks so good? Because I use the absolute best beard balm on the face of the earth. Larson Brothers Beard Balm.
That's right, bitches. The logo, maybe it's the dankest logo you've ever seen, with a beard and axes and trees, done by none other than Salty himself.
It's true. I know how to design logos really well. And that logo is something I designed for you for your beard balm, which is actually, it is my favorite beard balm, and I have tried a lot of beard balms.
It is.
And I have to say, I absolutely love that beard balm.
He talks about it all the time. I hear him talking about it all the time. He says it's the best, and that's what makes me know.
What I like about it is, unlike Matt Walsh, I don't need to dye my beard with shoe polish, so I look like a weirdo with this unnatural looking beard and really creepy, small, sweaty,
maybe it's not. Maybe it's not shoe polish.
Clammy hands.
It almost seems
like that guy dyes his beard with shoe polish.
His face, but it's like his face doesn't really like move. He's kind of like expressionless. So maybe it's like a rubber cement of sorts. And he just kind of like, maybe if I just hold my face like this, because I mean, I asked everybody like what a woman was, and nobody could answer me. So like, you should give me like my own show now.
I gotta up my beard game.
Right,
apparently. Guys? I gotta up my beard game.
It's all right, dude. It's pretty good. If you saw him in person, you'd be like, "That's actually a pretty handsome beard." No homo.
I gotta up my beard game.
But the link is in the chat. Check out my beard balm. The supply, I don't know. The supplies may be low because someone just came in and ordered a bunch of stuff. But I'm going to be making more right away. So feel free to check back or order whatever you want to do. I'll fulfill it. Don't worry. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what it's like when you're doing your own side hustle.
Look, let me tell you something about beards. Okay, size doesn't matter,
dude.
I can't say that. Sorry. Tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, brother. Let me tell. Oh yeah,
ooh,
brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh, let me tell you something. Oh, I'm gonna go to the top rope, and I'm gonna get my beard balm, and I'm gonna bring it down like the golden scepter on top of King Haku. Oh yeah. Okay, that's it's about girth. See, I knew. It's a come
I don't
on,
even want to
guys.
have this. I don't even want to have this conversation.
It's about girth. It's like, do you have a lisp? What?
It's about girth. All right, are we talking about anything else? I'm really mad. So I got to go think about a top 5 actresses that should play Storm before this stupid piece of crap. Sorry, I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure she's really
Cynthia
lovely.
Erivo. I mean, she's.
I'm sorry, dude. Those interviews that we were seeing for the Wicked stuff, all the publicity they were doing, was cringe-tastic, man. Like, if they could have done a worse like, I would have gone and taken my wife to see Wicked. I don't care. Like, I took her to see the play. We had a good time. It was a good date. I would have gone to see the film. Those things, though, those interviews they were doing, I was like, oh, I ain't watching this crap. This is cringy beyond belief. These people are cringe, and you're gonna come into my comic book world. You're gonna come into my comic book world with your narcissism and your weird mental illness crap, weirdo that doesn't even have eyebrows. Get out of here.
There's a lot of like, oh, it's about time, and a lot of like, we deserve this, and a lot of like really self-involved feelings with some of these people in these castings, and you're like, wait, what? I didn't realize that whatever it is you're saying, or that like someone was holding you down, or that like you weren't getting. It seems like you're pretty successful. You seem like a very successful person. I didn't realize that.
And about these people is like, they have all this money. They live in these really wealthy. They're wealthy. They have money. They really never had to work. They pretend to be somebody on stage or on the camera, and then they act like a victim. And it's like, who's buying this? Who's buying this crap, man?
Who's buying it? Who's buying? Well, I know Disney is buying it. Disney is 100% buying it, and they're probably writing her a check right now. They're probably in talks of like getting her in the room to even like, well, let's let you brainstorm in with our entire room full of like female writers about like what Storm should be in her backstory. It's like we're not gonna have time for her fucking backstory.
And that's the thing that drives me crazy too. Is like we got to get female writers to write for females now, and it's like, do you? Because the thing is like. I'm gonna be really sexist. Sorry,
well,
I'm gonna be so sexist right now.
Okay.
First off,
okay.
Women can't write women because women are not honest when it comes to women. Women are liars when it comes to women. Like women lie. They're like, no, we're not like that at all. And it's like, no. Yes, you are. Like men need to write women and men need to write men. Because men should be writing all the stories because the stories when men write them are better. Look, and then people go, oh, what about Harry Potter? I'll go, okay, Harry Potter. Look at C.S. Lewis. Look at J.R. Tolkien, who she copied. And you tell me, no, men still do everything better. Everything better.
I feel like it's like
Quentin
Tarantino, the way he writes men is like a lot of his characters are over the top and they're so intricate and they're so like you're like
Quentin
so
Tarantino is basically a woman, dude. That's okay. Again, that goes to my point.
But what I'm saying is that like the way that he writes, where it's like overly intricate for men and whatnot, like that's sometimes what you the self-fulfilling prophecy that you're talking about women writing for women is that they write ideally like this is how we should interact with, like, but that's not how you interact. That's not how, just like how Quentin Tarantino, like the way people interact in his movies, that's not how people actually interact.
No, and also when crap is hitting the fan, right? When things are going amok, when the bad guy shows up and he's destroying the planet, now is not the time to talk about your emotions. Now is the time to do something, to act. And I can't stand all these modern films where it's like, oh, it's a zombie apocalypse. Let's talk about our feelings. Bitch, there's some zombies we got to run from, and we're trying to find food. I ain't got time to talk about my feelings.
Oh, but you didn't like thank me like long enough or enough times
in my emotions. Like
when I gave you that sip of water, because technically, like I didn't have to give you the sip of water, but like I let you have some water. This is
why you guys should buy Silence Do Good, my comic book, because there ain't none of that crap in there, dude. There's no like, we got to talk about our feelings about what you just said to me. No, I'm sorry. There's robots and lasers being shot at us. I don't have time to talk about my emotions right now. You hormonal mess.
And one of the biggest, rules in film, and the biggest thing that they just skip over immediately is show them, don't tell them. Because when you're explaining, you're losing. You're not providing, like, if you're just going on and providing backstory, it's like you're already losing us. Like just show us what's going on, show us the emotion. That's what actors do. They show you the emotion. They don't have to say everything and be like, oh, but you know what, but what about my feelings right now? It's like, we're going through a time portal. Do you have any idea what we're doing right now?
When you just said you got to show the emotion, this is where I need to get one of those little things, Stream Deck. What is a Stream Deck? Because I needed to play a fart noise right there. I really needed to play a fart noise. I need to get a Stream Deck, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Or you know what I have, actually? Sorry, I'm totally derailing the conversation. So I got this, and I use it when I'm drawing.
I think
I can use this as my Stream Deck. I got one of these loop decks.
Oh, if you got a loop deck? Yeah, you probably can.
Right? I use this for Photoshop when I'm painting on Photoshop.
Somebody get into the chat and send him a link to how he can use his loop deck.
Yeah, I gotta set that up so I can get some sound effects out on here and be all, because when you're all like, they show you the emotion, I was like, oh dude, that's a fart moment right there. But yeah, a picture is worth 1,000 words, dude, right? I mean,
right?
No, I mean that's
the
thing
idea
that's driving me nuts is like all these movies now, it's like we got to take all this time. Like I feel like the Superman movie is gonna be like that. You know what I mean? Like, so hey, did you guys? You know what?
A lot of explaining to do.
Did you all guys watch we don't need to watch the Superman trailer, but everyone in the chat, have you guys all seen the latest Superman trailer?
Have you seen the trailer?
Now, someone, and I'll tell you guys who. Let's watch this, dude. Let's watch this.
We're gonna watch something.
This is someone's own take. This is someone re-editing the Superman trailer.
They re-edited the trailer itself. All right.
Yeah. So you guys remember the Superman trailer? Let's watch this.
You guys remember?
Already it's better. Already it's better.
Your choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
What? Okay. First off, how the other trailer starts, how this trailer starts. This is already better. This is already better.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Dude, I want to see this movie. I want to see this movie.
The way that because this is cut like they used to cut trailers, where they provide you like a window into the movie, but they don't give away the whole movie. They don't give you a preview of the trailer before you watch the trailer. And then in the trailer, they show you the entire movie, including all the crucial scenes and the bad guy and this. And it's like, dude, leave something
it's like,
to the viewer.
You know what? You already have a good soundtrack.
You
already have a good score.
John Williams.
When you have something that works, just keep going with it.
Just 80s Superman.
Like, it's just Superman rescuing people, rescuing the vulnerable. This guy's an a-hole. He's like, I'm gonna fight you.
I did see something that was interesting. Someone asked, they're like, why would, when he's like getting blasted with fire, like, why would he even cover his face? Like, why would he even do this? Because he's,
I know, right?
Impenetrable.
So,
it's like, I guess.
I speaking of, welcome to the show, and thank you for hanging out in the chat and being so awesome. I've loved your comments, man. Yeah. Other side of the fence says, I love and hate Superman, dude. I am right there with you.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Marvel guy than I've ever been a DC guy. Like, there's DC characters that I like, but everything about DC, I'm just like not as excited about DC characters as I am Marvel characters. If I was going to do the top 10, like my absolute favorite comic book characters all time, there's probably one, maybe two DC characters on that list. Everything else is Image and Marvel, mainly Marvel. Let's keep watching. Dude, it's just, I'm pumped.
The feeling is so different.
Right here. Like, and this is what gives you goosebumps right here, right? You hear and then he teases that crypto, like he just teases it.
That's how you make a trailer. That's how you make
that trailer. Okay, so who is this guy? And someone was saying, "Oh, this guy
loves this guy."
So I don't even know. I apparently he's got like all these people. So Pierre Chan, well done, sir. Like absolutely fantastically well done, sir. You got everyone go follow this guy. I should follow this guy. Let's go follow this guy.
Salty
right now.
And Savage salute.
He's got 12,000 followers. Fantastic trailer.
He'll get a few more.
Absolutely. Like, I think this is a guy that loved the first film. That's what I think, because the Superman movie. See, I don't like Superman as a character. Like I've never been into the comics. I've never really been into the character. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should read this."
He's got 1984 in his username. It's
Dude,
like this
guy
America
gets 80s again. Yeah,
this guy gets it.
Well, maybe it's an allusion to the book 1984. But still, the 80s are cool.
Either way,
but, like the Superman movie, the very first Superman movie is one of the best comic book movies of all time because it's just a good movie, and like there's good things about Superman, and I think the number one thing about Superman is it is not who you are, it's what you do. Like that's why that line is really good. James Gunn, well done for having that in the movie. But it's like it's an alien guy that's raised by middle American people that are just regular folks, and he's instilled with American principles, of truth, justice, and the American way. What is it? And everyone used to know what the American way meant. It meant liberty. It meant freedom. It meant
being able to retire at some point and not work your entire life for slavery.
It meant not being Ben Shapiro or a Democrat, which I'm starting to not see a difference. But it meant a lot of things, and all really good things. And that's what I liked about Superman. That's what I like about Superman. I still think the character is a little boring. I don't mind one-dimensional. Like people are like, oh, it's one-dimensional. It's like I like Aragorn. Aragorn's a very one-dimensional character. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean
that movie, the original. I can't remember the director. It's just a good movie, and that's what we need in comic books again. We need that kind of movie where it's like, we're going to take all the positive things about this character. We're going to take all the things you love about this character, and we're going to put it up on the screen, and we're going to celebrate that in a really fantastic way. We're not going to try to deconstruct it. We're not going to try to put a new spin on it. We're not going to try to get
explain
emo about
every emotion that he's seeing in every moment. Like, hold on, let's go to his inner monologue here real quick.
Well, hi to you.
Stopping by to say hi.
Hi to you. I don't know how to say that. Ibreen. What up? All right. So, yeah, I don't know. That's my rant on it. Whatever, dude. Why is Superman even dude? Yeah, the casting. Like, I actually did like Henry Cavill as Superman. I did not like the Zack Snyder version. I did not like the movies. I'm sorry. I know I might be in a minority on that. I don't like Zack Snyder as a director. He's one of those guys that's like, I want to do a new dark, realistic take on stuff. And it's just like, the cool thing about Zack Snyder was his special effects made you feel the power of Superman like never before. And I thought that was really, really cool.
It's a good point. I didn't love the movie, but there were elements of it that I really did love. I did like Michael Shannon as Zod.
Yeah, he was great as Zod. There's a lot of that. There's a lot to those movies that I just don't like. There's so much to those movies I don't like. It's although I will say Zack Snyder's ending of Watchmen is better than Alan Moore's.
Okay, there you go.
I said it. He
said it.
And Watchmen is that's a good comic book movie. But I didn't like Justice League. I didn't like his Superman. I thought that they fell short big time. And the casting was okay. Like the casting for Superman, the casting for Zod were spot on. And
what do you think about the casting for Superman's dad in this one? This actor's been in a bunch of stuff. He's got that crazy wandering eye. Did
you ever see that movie with John Cusack?
Yes, that's that's exactly what I was going to bring up, because he's phenomenal in that movie. What was it, Numbers? I think it was called Numbers.
Yeah,
because they were all at like a hotel and they were all in different rooms, but it was all spoiler alert.
Wait, real quick. Abreen, are you the one that does the tumblers? You're the one that does the tumblers, and can you find me on Salty Draws on X, because I really need to connect with you.
Go over to the corner.
I might want to get some tumblers done. Seriously, but thank you for saying that. I did a cover for Cody Dennison for his comic book. It's a really dope cover. You guys could check that out. Yes. Okay. Please, can you please DM me? Can you please follow me on Salty Draws on X, and then DM so I can DM you back, just because I'm really bad at finding people. Because
it's like Murder by Numbers.
Boo hit me up, like Boo, like are you booing me or are you calling me Boo? I'm so confused.
Are you calling me? It's like Murder by Numbers or something. There was so it wasn't called Numbers, right? It was called like Murder by Numbers, or
Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah. So how do I feel about that casting? I don't know. I have mixed feelings, and I'll tell you why. So I have to see the movie to fully have an opinion on the casting. Like I can't really have it from the trailer. He's a really good actor. I'm just how are they portraying Middle America? Because I personally, especially in a Superman film, I like idyllic stuff, you know? Identity.
Identity.
Yes,
Yeah, I just saw it at the same
Really,
time.
really good.
It was super good. Go back and watch it. It's like a early 2000s movie or something like that. 2003.
Yeah.
Go watch that.
Dude, come to the show every week. You'll find out that unless we say we're right, we're always off.
Dude, yeah, come see how. Dude, why don't you come by more often and come see how off we actually are?
Yeah, we're off all the time. He won an award though, an Emmy award for entertainment news. Okay, and I've won many awards for entertainment advertising, so we know what we're talking about. Sometimes,
we still do have like absurd opinions for no apparent reason.
Totally,
sometimes.
don't care. Whatever, I'm always right. But how I feel about the casting, I have mixed feelings currently. So I like idyllic casting, especially when it comes to Middle America, because I have a positive view on Middle America. And I think that we should celebrate the idyllic. I think that if Middle America wasn't ravaged by progressives and rhinos like Mitt Romney, by sending all of our jobs off to China because they have slave labor, I think that we would be seeing that idyllic Middle America a little bit more. So I don't think that it's idyllic America, but however, that guy's such a good actor. I'm going to the theaters to watch this film because I have a lot of hope for it.
It looks like it'll be one that you're going to want to feel it. You're going to want to feel,
because what I've seen is that it's a very warm family. It's a very Middle America. We love our son. We love America. We love our country. We love it looks like a very positive view of Middle America. And I also like the humble beginnings of Superman, because I think that would actually teach somebody that has like unlimited powers a lot of good, is coming from humble beginnings. So I also, because it's like they live in a double wide, they seem, they're older, right? Because they were older in the comics, they couldn't have kids. So I'm positive on it and I'm looking forward to it. But I will reserve a little skepticism because Hollywood is notorious for shitting on Middle America, like notorious for it. And I hate them for it. Yeah, born and raised in Los Angeles, and I have a better understanding than those freaks because they're all from the East Coast, and I hate them.
There is always a stereotype of sorts, and believe it or
not always, but like oftentimes. And it's like you don't want the pretty people that are like, oh, they're so beautiful. They're not from the Midwest. You need that rugged individualism. It needs to be rugged individualism.
Well, there are a bunch of people in this movie that are in semi-major roles that are not big actors. Like you won't know them. So it's kind of, I really like that, where you feel like how big this movie is. And there's going to be some of these people in this movie that have like a big role who you're like, I don't even know who this person is, but they're now always so-and-so to me. They're always this character. And then they may go on and they may do something great, but that usually helps for, someone's career to be in such a huge film that will have so much impact in, being cast as, because I think his, who plays his mom is like, I don't even think I recognized her at all.
No, I didn't. I'm a little skeptical of the rest of the casting. We didn't see it in that trailer, and that's why that trailer is so good. But like Guy Gardner,
what's his name as
my old neighbor?
He's playing Lex, right?
No, Nathan Fillion's playing Guy Gardner, Green Lantern Guy Gardner. What's his name that played Beast in X-Men, that was in Mad Max, that was in About a Boy, which is about a really good movie.
About a Boy, that kid grew up.
He's the boy about a boy that now is Lex Luthor. Yeah.
You could do, I'm sure someone will make some awesome edit where it's like he goes from About a Boy and how he turns into Lex Luthor. That would actually be a pretty good fan edit.
Hey, that's actually a decent.
That sounds like a YouTube edit you would find. Like you could probably Google it right now. And someone's already. They're like, oh, sorry, already did it.
Does anyone know that he was in About a Boy?
Simpsons.
Does anyone even know that movie?
Yeah. He was the boy that it was all about.
In About a Boy, that was all about. And it had a soundtrack that actually isn't half bad by Badly Drawn Boy. Just a lot of boys going on. Yeah, so I think he's going to be a good Lex. He's a really good actor. So he's going to be a good Lex.
Yeah, he was in he was also in Mad Max. See Me or Notice Me or whatever they
In
screamed.
the original
right-
Superman, Clark makes sure the Daily Planet sends half his paycheck to his mother. That's great. Yeah, that's better American values than the government sending a check and welfare and communism.
No,
exactly.
the government taking half your check. They're
Well,
like, now we want more.
Income tax is slavery, and on our T-shirt store, there is a T-shirt that everyone should buy that says "Income tax is slavery" because income tax.
This is what it says, and it's an actual T-shirt.
I know it's
in our store. It's very
and
simple.
it's very 80s. It's got neon light type. It's better zoomed in, but you can't. Whatever. Income tax.
It is what it is.
Is
income tax is slavery. Wear it proud because
all right.
We all know
we went way too long on this freaking show.
We went way too long, but it's because of you guys. You guys came and you showed up to the show, and we were just going to do an hour tonight, and everybody showed up in droves. So we appreciate you for it.
Please make sure to hit the like button. Please, if you are watching on X, go check it out on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the like button. We love the chat. We love being here. We're going to be here next week. 9 o'clock Central.
Yeah, we'll be here next week.
10 p.m.
Tuesday.
I'm totally burping while I'm trying to talk.
Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
No,
I'm talking like your dad does on the phone.
I was yawning and burping and talking all at the same time, and that is
you can't do it all, man.
That lets you know that I was a child in the 80s because my ass is old. Good Lord. Not even 50 yet, and I'm doing that crap.
Oh my gosh, you are. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We are going to cut it. We're going to shut it down now. But this is the Salty and Savage Show. We're here every Tuesday, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. You know, if you're on the left coast.
Abreen Designs, just give me a follow. I will track you down and I will DM you. Please
check them out.
Because she's saying I think it's a she. It might be a he. I don't know. I can't message you because I don't have her. Just give me a follow on the X. I will message you.
We'll figure it out.
I will follow back too because I always do.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Check out. We got some more stuff to show you, but
what are we closing out on now?
We're closing out with some silence, bro.
Gonna do some silence. Oh,
some
okay. Let me do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Why don't you do it?
Are you guys ready? Wait, where is it at?
Peace out, y'all.
What the freaking frack?
Look towards the top as where all the good stuff's at.
There we go.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.